Right. We are coming live on our regular channel of Mystical Time with Kristel. And I love that I have a guest speaker today, Annette, who's joining us. She's going to tell us, but I'm just going to say first, welcome to another conversation. This is going to be a little bit different from the others. Actually, all of them are different, with one thing in common is that I have been in connection with them. Annette Alphen, trust I'm saying the name correctly, Souls Me, because I keep saying Annette. She is joining us to share about, well, I'll let you uncover, but I'll tell you how I met Annette. I lived in Fort Lauderdale by the beach, and I love crystals. I've always been attracted to crystals. So there was a crystal shop, and I went to this shop, this crossing over the bridge. I'm kind of remembering this lady has all those crystals, and I was just telling her that I'm trying to make my home feel, whatever, or ask her questions. And she told me that Annette had come and helped her. She had acquired this property, this commercial business from or space from someone, and they needed to increase the revenue, increase the flow of people. And she gave me her information. I invited her to come into when she flew into the States, because she's going to tell you where she's joining us from. Um, and then she changed the energy in my home. And I felt it because I didn't realize it was kind of no, off, but I also did not have all the flow that I knew could come. So Annette came, we did a full plan. She did my Chinese astrology. So what my energy needs, but also the flow with the home. Right away, business started changing and popping in. Totally. And also after that, that's when I met, I would say, my twin flame, my partner. Lasted a period of time, but that energy also opened my heart. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and add her as a spotlight. Annette, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Where are you joining us from?
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me again.
Yes.
Uh, we go a long
Thank
way
you.
back together.
Yes, we do. I think it was
Yes,
2018 and 19, was before COVID. Yep.
yes, yes. Uh, I'm in Israel,
There
so
you
we
go.
are living in interesting times here. So luckily today, at the moment, there are no alarms and attacks. So I hope we have a smooth
I know.
internet.
Yes, I know. I pray. And thank you for, you still share with us monthly, the first Sunday of each month. Annette actually shares the energy of the month. She always has classes. Well, she does it as educational and ask us questions like if we have fire here, what type of energy we need to balance it. So it's not just giving us information, she's kind of not kind of, but repetitively teaching us so we know how to implement in our life. That's how I experience it. And you can always get the replay. And the reason I was saying for her to stay where she is because she flies to the States. She goes to California and Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami area to meet people face to face, do some of the classes, but also what she did for me was the foreplay in my home. So, Annette, before we go deeper, because know I can start, I'm super energized, speaking with you, with your energy, with what you share, what you do. Do you have a practice that you can share with us about centering, grounding, however the words best resonate for you before we get started?
Okay. I like to start my morning with a few minutes of Tai Chi,
Nice.
simply to move the body together with my breathing. And then I found a fantastic eye exercise from yoga, which I'm doing afterwards. And it is for years now preventing me to wear reading glasses. So I'm doing this. By the way, you can see this exercise in my website. I have it in the blog. So anyone who's interested, it's simply amazing. So I start with this, and then each time when I go into a consultation, um, I do a little bit of Reiki before, and I see myself covered with the glazing white light. When we are working with energies, we are automatically attracting the energy of the other person, and we are taking also their problems on us. So that's why it's very important to make a protection layer. And also I'm also working with the Kabbalah Center, so I'm having the Kabbalah protection also everywhere in the house. And I'm actually using the Kabbalah power to contradict negative energy.
So on
And
my channel, I haven't quite covered yet what Kabbalah is, but I have been actually introduced to Kabbalah through a gentleman that I follow, David Guillaume, and I'm not gonna say I'm learning some words, but tikkun and just like some key things that he teaches us. Can you go a little bit deeper in what you mean by a Kabbalah protection? Because Kabbalah is also the tree of life, right? Is that correct?
yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
So how
Um,
do you do a protection specifically using Kabbalah? Are you able to share a little bit?
okay. Energy is changing all the time. Okay. And I'm doing Feng Shui. That means I can tell you where are to any time good energies and bad energies, and it's changing all the time. So, like we did your home once, that's not enough. You have to stay to make the fine tuning all the time. So, when we know where we have bad energies, there I'm putting the Zohar. The Zohar is the book of wisdom, and it is very deep and very powerful. And I simply realized when I have a bad energy coming from my entrance door, and I put a little Zohar, sometimes I put it in a little bag on the handle, um, it makes a difference. And I'm
So,
using, of course, also my Chinese my Chinese cures. So I'm using both of them together. And I
yeah,
think
Chinese
I'm the
cues like the coins, things of that nature, right?
yes,
The
yes,
bamboo, living plants and things. So for
yes,
somebody who may not be in Kabbalah or the would you say the Kabbalah is derivative of the Jewish mystical?
yes, yes,
Okay. And
definitely.
then um I'm I'm learning a lot of the different practices. So there's a Christians mystical as well. So those who are more of the Christian background, would you say using the Bible in the places like you said could be a way if they're not comfortable or
Yes,
not familiar?
yes,
Okay. So
yes,
really a sacred book, something that will
yes.
feel sacred.
Hmm. Hmm.
Awesome.
Yes,
So you
because
mentioned
everybody
something that,
comes from another background. So what is holy
yes,
for you, this works.
exactly. Awesome. Um, I did not, in the whole introduction, I did not really actually say the Feng Shui word, which is the premise of how I met you, is because the energy and the Chinese background of. So, what is Feng Shui? Can you tell us a little bit more and how you use Feng Shui?
Okay, Feng Shui is two words, two Chinese words. They mean wind and water. When there is a little bit of wind, it's perfect. When there is too much wind, it's a hurricane. If there is too little, it's dry. If they're the same with water, if there is too little water, it's a drought. When there is too much water, it's a tsunami. That means everything has to be in balance. Okay, so what Feng Shui is doing is we are watching out for the signs. When we see a storm coming, what do you do automatically? You get prepared.
Yeah, ready. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. This is what we are doing. Okay. It's always to be prepared and to be in control. So, simply a little example. When I go to a restaurant, I will always sit where my back is protected and I can see everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is right for your bedroom. Even in your bed, you want to have a headboard behind you. You want to have a wall behind you and you want to see the door. You want
Got
to
it.
see it.
That's
You
what you
don't.
mean by control. Because I wanted
Yes.
to make that nuance as far as when some of the beliefs is like you have to surrender, but we're talking about more things that we can control in our physical environment, but also our
Yes.
energy, things that we are in control.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes, and I move a lot, and I do reach out to the net. I'm like, okay, this is the home. I'm in the mountain. I'm in the by the water. I'm in Arizona, and she's helped me along the way, even though it's not permanent homes, which we need to do for the one here in Guadalupe where I am right now. And it's always helping me. I can always feel that shift. You also do the numbers astrology where people there where they face for work to bring more abundance, but also for health reasons.
Mhm. Okay, there are two types of people, Western people and Eastern people. And it is derived from your date of birth. We need the year and the month, exactly. And then we can see if a person is like me, I'm an Eastern person. That means for me, it's good when I'm facing towards the east, the south, the north, or the southeast. Four good directions. We have 8 directions, four good ones, four bad ones.
Mm,
Okay.
yep. Mine is the
Uh,
West.
and the west is west, northwest, southwest, and northeast. Now, I'll
Hmm.
give you an example how it works. When we moved to our house here, um, I we moved in the 1st of June on my birthday next week.
Next
And
week.
in September, I started to learn Feng Shui. And since we moved into the house, my dear husband, who never had a problem before, he couldn't sleep anymore. Okay.
Interesting.
So the first thing you learn is the directions. And it happens that he is a Western person, I'm an Eastern person. And our bedroom was the corner of the northeast, the corner of the east, sorry. The bed was towards the southeast. That means the room is great for me. The direction was great. I was sleeping like a baby. And poor him, he went from one doctor to another and nothing helped. So I asked my teacher, what shall I do? Shall I kick him out of the bedroom? So he said, okay, if the room is good for you, at least give him the direction of the bed.
Oh, okay.
Half half, okay? Fair is fair.
Right.
So,
Right.
and he is very energetic and very fast. So we moved the bed the next, when I got home from the class, from the southeast to the northeast. It was Thursday, no, Friday. Uh, he usually gets up 5:30, 6 in the morning latest. And it was Saturday and he was sleeping. I woke
They're like,
up.
uh-oh.
I went downstairs. I had my first cup of coffee. I had my second cup of coffee. And then I really got scared because my dad, he passed away while sleeping,
Mm.
not long
Wow.
before that. And with my heart racing, I went upstairs and he did not move. You know, when you, in this situation, to put the hand on him, it was awful. But
Yeah,
he
I can
started
imagine.
and woke up. He finally slept.
Yeah.
Okay. And,
Wow.
and I heard this from so many people. Elder man from a client, his wife, she called me in. And afterwards he said, I don't know what you did, but since you've been here, I sleep better. Okay, I take it. I
That's it.
take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yes,
And really, if you think about it, whether or not you're a full believer or it's like, well, I don't know if I believe in this, what do you have to lose except to gain everything and any possibility
exactly.
of good
It
health
has
and
nothing to do with belief. You
Mhm.
only have to be ready to try.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes people, I tell them before they dismantle their whole bedroom and change it, take a mattress, put it in this direction and sleep on it. Sleep on it
Hmm.
for 2, 3 days and see how you sleep.
Right.
If you
Test it
feel a
out.
difference, move
Yeah.
the bed.
Test it out. And I'll tell you that I used to be with a traveling nurse, so we travel to different apartments.
Mm.
He would sometimes come back and be like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Well, I got to change direction. I will move the bed, and it's like I have to move it. I got to be in good health." Now, this is not for Airbnb for just a week, but you do teach us that sometimes you sleep the other way. If you're in a hotel room, go
Yes.
ahead, put your head towards the other side so you are in your direction. So I do have a compass on my phone that I do see which direction I need to be. Like I invited Annette because this is not just, oh, this sounds great. This is because I have implemented it. I have seen differences. So I wanted people to be open, experiment, um, and see the changes that they can feel. But you are also now you're doing a lot that are available for people. The first one I want to mention is that you are starting to have school and teaching for Feng Shui
Yes, yes.
and astrology.
Mhm. So I'm giving classes in person. That means they are on Zoom, but with me together. Okay, it is not a recorded session.
Hmm.
And I have two master classes already, two
Certifications
certification
and
classes.
yes. Hmm.
And now I'm teaching also the four pillars of destiny. That's the first time in English, which is the analysis of your date of birth, Chinese astrology. And this is fascinating. So I have the class now, where on Sunday we are going to have the class number 3. That's
Nice. I know I'm
amazing.
the year of the rabbit. So anytime I see a rabbit now, I was just thinking this is my luck. There's just like a sign. So I use the rabbit as
We
that.
are in the year of the horse, my dear.
We are in the hurry of a horse, right? But I'm a
Yes.
rabbit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
I'm a
okay.
rabbit. Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
that's
Yeah.
funny.
So,
Tomorrow is the rabbit day. So tomorrow
oh,
is
is
your
it?
day.
Awesome. By the way, speaking of the day, she also has a calendar with colors of what colors
Yes.
to wear. I don't know if I mixed, if I have the right colors for today. I didn't check. I just went with my intuition. I actually like the fact that it goes well with your background. But she also sends me a WhatsApp daily the energy. So you are aware, okay, if I'm traveling, because I'm traveling today, for instance, what type of energies to be careful, things to do. And what I love about Annette is not to be careful with fear. It's just like precaution, getting yourself ready, centered, and also the colors, because we placed colors on our skin. What would it attract? What can we create? All right, I love that. I mean, there's so much I
Yeah.
love about all that you do. Um,
Thank
and
you.
then there's also, okay, with everything that's happening in the world, what I also enjoy is your monthly updates, which I honestly not able every time to attend or listen to the replay, but I know it's available to me. And mostly if I'm just to really know not about the news, but the fire, the chaos that's possible, and help be prepared for it. Again, this is not from a place of fear, but of a place, what can I control? What can I
Yes,
work on? What can I actually
exactly.
balance?
What
So
to
I can,
expect and how I can prepare myself and the home. Okay.
yeah.
We
Mhm.
it's called Zoom Shui because it's Feng Shui on Zoom. So
On
Zoom
Zoom.
Shui.
I
You
like
can
that. I like that.
you
Hmm.
can find it on Eventbrite.
And
And
we'll go ahead and share
yeah,
it in the details. So when you send it to me, I'll go ahead and make
okay,
sure it's
perfect.
available.
The next
Yes, for
meeting
people to
will
have.
be June the 7th. It's always the first Sunday in the month.
Okay.
And
Right.
then we will see how the energies are, how they play together, also with the energies of the year. So, what to expect. And I can promise you, June will be interesting.
Very interesting. Ooh. A little teaser there. So something else comes to mind is when you said, thank you for having me again, because yes, I've asked Annette to come and join me in conversations even in the past when I was doing divorce specialist for mortgage financing. And it's like that's two aspects, a relationship that's falling apart, and then legal paperwork. So emotional paperwork. And when you do, even if you collaborate with your spouse, if you're going through a divorce or something happening, I invite you to go ahead and have a consultation with Annette. Because even if you keep moving forward with your divorce, how about if it's done in harmony? Would you even believe there's a possibility of doing a divorce in harmony? Meaning, like, let's collaborate, let's talk, let's really um, coming into understanding that this is best for the both of us. And the energy in the home can help that because the energy in the home can also trigger more of it, right? Wouldn't you say, Annette?
I had one lady here in Israel. She said, "You know what? You asked me to paint one wall in my kitchen in red. That was more difficult than to go to the divorce."
Uh-oh.
So, with divorce, actually, I mean, sometimes people don't fit together anymore. or never did fit together, and it's finally they made the step to separate.
Hmm.
And then I'm choosing them the dates when they're meeting with the lawyer, when they're meeting. So if they both want it in harmony, I choose a date that is good for both of them,
Nice.
because there are days for us, for each one has days with a blessing and days
Hmm.
they are against us. So if the husband is nasty and he really doesn't deserve that we are really nice to him, I'm choosing a day that's only good for the lady. Okay?
Yeah.
But most
To
of
be
the
honest, that
time,
also must balance it because the nastiness plus that you creating to emphasize her, then it might actually balance it even better.
yes.
Yeah.
So really, really good example with this. People are very happy because at the end, they finally see the result that they want.
Yeah. Right. Um, Again, I mentioned as far as if you are in court for whatever reason, either you're filing for bankruptcy, you're going through a divorce, or you have legal matters for whatever reason, there are also places in your home you may have your legal papers sitting
Yes.
somewhere that are
Yes.
either amplifying the hurt,
Yes.
or you can place it somewhere where it actually dissolves.
Hmm. Give you an
Am I
example.
making too much of a statement by saying it can actually dissolve?
I had one lady, she's a realtor in LA, and she works from a cubicle, really a small L shape, and that's it. And she had a listing, and it was it was ready to sign. And always, every day, they came up with something new.
Mm,
And she asked me in. And she had all her paperwork ready on the worst energies of the year in this little cubicle, because what we have in big, we also have it in small. It's
hmm.
also on your desk. So I just actually what I did, I moved her stack of papers from this side to the other side.
Wow.
The next day they signed the papers.
Wow.
It,
I
it
love how
was
you
crazy.
said it's big or small. So the energies are not just like the structure of a home, it's
No,
also just even
no.
our desk.
And
Yeah.
also a person is renting one room somewhere. Okay. So even this one room has everything inside.
Hmm.
Or in the house, let's say the area of the woman is the bathroom, which is not ideal. We would rather have a nice quality room. But this is what it is at the moment. Okay. So we still have a southwest. That's the that's the area of the woman. We have this southwest in the kitchen, in the bedroom, in the living room.
Hmm.
Okay. So we still can work with this. But in the next home, I will check it up that she has a quality room in her area.
Nice. So we've talked about how the Feng Shui can help in everyday life, as well as the big aspects of life changes impacts. You do astrology. How is astrology helpful for people to know? Like, I'm more used to the I don't even know. I'll just say traditional astrology, but not the Chinese. So
Okay,
what would it be called?
the Chinese astrology is much more practical because
Okay.
it tells you, first of all, exactly who you are in numbers. Everything goes according to the five elements, the cycle of the five elements. Water creates wood, the wood is feeding the fire, fire burns into ashes to earth. In the earth, we have the metal created, and underneath are the water streams. This is the cycle.
Hmm.
Everything in this world goes according to this cycle, also us. And we have eight energies built in, everybody of us, okay? Each baby, each dog, each bird. We have heaven and earth always together. In the year we are born, we have heaven and earth in the months, heaven and earth in the day, and heaven and earth in the hour. So we have eight energies. These eight energies, they go in the cycle of the five. That means there's always movement. It can never be one, one, one. And then, according to the constellation, it says exactly how I am. what I need, what I'm looking for, what profession fits to me, what makes me happy, what annoys me, what are my big sides, what are my downsides. Everyone has them. And then I can see how I can work on it. Okay, I just yesterday I had a consultation with the man. He is a heavy metal. Okay, that means somebody with heavy metal. You know, metal is like
Stubborn.
sword. It doesn't move. It's heavy. Okay, so
Hmm.
and we are in a high fire year. We are in the fire horse. That means what is fire doing to metal?
What is fire doing to metal? It melts it.
Exactly. That means he's not happy with himself because he is the best and the greatest.
Hmm.
Okay. And if something suddenly melting him, then comes self-doubt and he's not happy and he's afraid he is sick or something. So, how can I help the metal to be a little bit softer and also to control the fire?
I mean, would it be grounding? So should be more earth energy.
When I put more earth, I'm creating more metal. I make him
Okay.
more stiff. What can I
Water,
use?
right?
Yes,
Because the
exactly.
fire, yeah. Hmm.
Because the water is controlling the fire and the water is eroding the metal. Okay. So that means I simply advised him water, water, water. Put him in the water. Even if you sit at home and you are not near the ocean, put your feet in a bucket of water with Epsom salt.
Mm.
Eat more salty. Drink a little bit of salt. Okay. Salt is it's such a great ingredient that we all need. Our body is made out of it. And think about when you come to the emergency, what do they give you the first thing? They give you a trip with saline solution.
Yeah.
And then the doctors tell you don't eat too much salt. That's not good for your
Right.
heart. And
Yeah.
actually, a big study now they found out, they made it in 48 countries. The countries that are eating most salty, they have the less heart attacks.
Really
Yes.
interesting. Because my mom is, for instance, totally off salt. Like her food is starting to be bland because that's what the blood pressure.
Yeah. Yeah. And when the blood is high, this is fire is high, what's balancing it?
Water.
Water.
Interesting. Very cool. As
Okay.
you can see, we can spend hours just going through this because this is life, right? This is energy. Everything is energy. I
Yes.
love how you said like the different heaven and earth in the different parts based on the year, the birth, the hour, but then also the five elements. So you have this is not done, at least as far as I remember, AI wasn't quite there. You might get use AI to start, but you have a specialty, you have a uniqueness in you, Annette. If
Oh,
how you share, I love when you're teaching. Like it's like she'll put you on the spot, but it's really so you can retain and understand it. I love that you're doing the classes. I'm not able to commit to that right now, like you and I we've talked about, but I would just encourage people to get to know you and see in the
but
future if this is
but you know,
something
I'm
for them.
giving, if you are in Instagram or TikTok, I'm giving
Uh-huh.
every day a Feng Shui tip, the forecast for the day, and the colors. So you can
Oh.
get it there also. You find me in Soul's Mirror.
Soul's Mirror, as you can see in her
Yes.
background. So
Yes.
awesome. Is there anything else you would like to add as a way of closing this conversation?
Oh, we are closing already. I'm
It's up to you,
so
unless there's
excited to
something else
talk
you
to
want
you.
to add.
Okay, first of all, everybody who is here has to be here in this moment, is supposed to be here. That means what we are teaching, what we are bringing to the world, this is, it's creating the community of good people in the world.
Hmm.
And this is needed at the moment because the world went a little bit off.
Oh,
And so I think we are the power of the good, and whatever we do, everyone from his own aspect, and where there is light cannot be darkness. So I just encourage everyone to do whatever he feels that he can contribute to the good in the world.
I agree. Totally agree. And you know what? Something else came up in my mind as you said that, but even from before, a lot of young people are graduating. This is the graduation season in America. Um, you may have to do another closing or something, but I think it is very important for people to reach out to you, Annette. They can learn from like a lot. I know when I graduated from high school, I didn't know what I was supposed to do a study. I just went through a general one. Imagine someone who learns about their essence through their birthday, their astrology, what their career is going to be. Like that brings the focus. And once we have the focus and the target, it's easier to just keep being reminded this is where I'm going, and it brings clarity. So what do you say right now? People who are graduating from college, but also high school, starting to learn deeper about themselves, leaving their home and they're familiar to go on campus to have a session with you to know more about themselves.
Wow, that would be amazing because it guides you what fits to you. It also helps you what food is good for you for concentration, what you need for your body, what colors are best for you always to wear, not every day, always. What supplements are good for you. And it also shows you what partner you're looking for and when he will come or she. And my kids always, when they were teenagers, every second day someone came and said, Mom, check him up, check her up before they went on a date.
Yeah. Like you said, that goes with actually what you were saying as a closing moment of yourself, myself, and so many of us coming to teach and bring light, bring goodness. When a person goes to school or continues their path, let's say from graduating and know more of themselves, then their tendency is to bring passion, to bring love because they're excited about themselves and the future. So the more people are in alignment with who they are, the more of the greatness that we end up. I think a lot of times we are antsy, anxious, and all that because we are looking to perform based on what people tell us, but because we're also not in alignment with who we are. And that creates chaos because now it's like not feeling good or worthy and all that. So I
Yes.
think by your closure of concluding for this conversation, along with getting to know ourselves, which totally reminds me that I need to do a review with you based on who I am today at 50 years old. Although I think this doesn't really change, right? This is still the essence, but it's the
Yes.
timeline that might be changing based on the
Yes.
environment.
Lots of people, they come every year just to have an idea what will be this year and how they can handle it in the best way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Annette, thank you so much. You are someone that people can follow, can get tips, like you said. So we'll definitely have that in description. I appreciate you joining us from Israel. I'm glad everything is okay with you. We love to get your updates. Sometimes the internet doesn't work for you. Like, I'm still here though when you come back. So it is just such a blessing to have you in our lives. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right,
Thank
thanks.